Mayim Bialik has made headlines for years due to her unconventional parenting methods. Fans were shocked to learn that her 3-year-old son was present at the birth of her second child. What's more, he was even asked to cut the cord. But apparently the boy wasn't too excited about it. A small spurt of blood startled him, and he promptly asked my husband to finish the job. It's an unusual decision to let a toddler do that, and the home birth practice itself is highly questionable. Some doctors say that Mayim is lucky that everything went okay, because any problems could lead to huge trauma for the whole family. Do you think that such an experience is too much for a toddler to handle? According to naysayers, he was too young to see his little brother's birth. Yet it looks like Mayim's used to other people's judgment, because it's not the first time that the actress has been shamed for the way she's raising her kids. But are her child-rearing methods really so controversial? And were they the real cause behind her divorce? The actress never shies away from talking about her children, even when it comes to dealing with criticism. When her youngest son was 3, Mayim was spotted on the subway breastfeeding him. Immediately she received a tremendous amount of backlash, not only for nursing in public, but also because her son was supposedly too old for that.
Why are you breastfeeding a child who can tie his own shoes and has teeth and can speak?
In fact, Mayim breastfed her boys until they told her that they wanted to wean themselves at around 3 or 4 years old. And even when her children started eating solids, haters found something to criticize Mayim for.
I'm vegan, and my kids are too. Why? Because I forced them to be.
Some of her fans worry that the boys aren't getting enough nutrients, and that the restrictive diet will impact their physical and mental health. It didn't help that Mayim also never let her children play with toys. In her mind, most of them don't serve a purpose. The actress highlighted the importance of playing with parents instead of objects. Once again, pediatricians disagreed and said that all kinds of toys are vital for children, and setting certain boundaries is equally important. But since Mayim follows attachment parenting, it means that she doesn't punish her kids. And as this style promotes, she keeps as close to them as possible. Unfortunately, sometimes this can be unsafe. The actress admitted that she shared a bed with both of her kids. They didn't even have a crib or bassinet. Many specialists say that this is dangerous, especially for little babies, because sleeping with an adult makes it likely for them to get trapped and suffocate. It seems that experts and naysayers weren't the only people worried about Mayim's parenting style. Reportedly, following her rules is what led to a divorce from her husband, Michael Stone. They were married for nearly a decade, and yet the actress didn't allow him to nurse the babies at night. It didn't sit right with me to say, I don't want to deal with his crying for me at night and make my husband do it. Most of the time, she was the only one tending to them.
I was physically the sustenance for each of my children exclusively for the first year.
Allegedly, Mayim's husband didn't feel needed anymore. It seemed to Michael that she gave too much attention to their kids and too little to him. And her attachment parenting led to a detached marriage. But the actress never confirmed this rumor. She claimed that her parenting style didn't have anything to do with their relationship issues. According to Mayim, raising kids while getting divorced was terribly sad, painful, and incomprehensible. But eventually, the exes learned to co-parent.
I'm the working mom, and every night when I'm working, he's the one feeding them dinner and giving them a bath and reading them goodnight stories and tucking them in.
And they still spend holidays as a family and even get together with their current partners.
We all end up being together, and that's literally what's most important.
Mayim always makes decisions based on what she feels is best for her kids. And when it came to choosing how she'd raise them, she knew that attachment parenting was her choice. While pregnant with her first child, Bialik studied human attachment for her thesis, and she found out that it was the most natural technique.
It basically refers to parenting the way your body naturally is inclined to parent.
But she never expected so much judgment to come her way. Even though Mayim knows that she shouldn't care about other people's opinions, the negative response still hurt her.
I felt guilty. I felt judged. I felt like I was doing it all wrong.
And it hurts her even more that people think that she disapproves of all other parenting techniques.
It's actually kind of a disturbing notion that our culture emphasizes that children need to be independent before they can even sit up.
The actress shared that women sometimes approach her in the street just to say that she's a bad parent. Even joining a mom's group didn't help her feel better.
Everything was a competition. These were not my people. I left in tears.
Mayim repeatedly had to explain that she doesn't judge those who follow other childcare principles. She knows that while attachment parenting is good for some, it might not work for other families. If I breastfeed and you don't, it's okay. I don't think I'm a better mom, and my kids aren't necessarily better off than yours. The actress also never stops reaffirming that her methods are completely safe, even co-sleeping.
It is normal to want to be close to someone who loves you at night. There's nothing weird about it.
Besides, Mayim claims that co-sleeping prevents separation anxiety and improves the child's sleep. She also says that it's much more natural to wear a child in a sling as opposed to pushing them in a stroller. Even research proves that this practice helps keep the child calm. And when it comes to positive discipline, she is quick to confirm that her kids still have boundaries.
Which doesn't mean that the child is in charge, that the child doesn't do what they want to, and they get to run the house.
The actress even published a book titled Beyond the Sling, where she shares all about how she parents her kids. And she also highlights the good side of attachment parenting that creates a special bond between mother and kid. So there's no need to judge any childcare method. After all families are unique. The only thing they need to have in common is love.